blank focus bar, the infinite mana, the white room, the mysterious voice.
Oh man, the biggest mysteries.
Right. Since the very beginning of this journey, you've probably been wondering how one guy manages to just, well, break the fundamental rules of an entire magical apocalypse.
And today, everything gets an explanation. Every single piece.
We are taking a deep dive into the exact moment this universe totally flips its own script. But the terrifying part is that the explanation ends with one chilling sentence from that mysterious voice.
Yeah, that quote, "If you ever face destruction, the entire planet will follow."
I mean, we'll hold off on unpacking the full weight of that statement for a second.
Yeah.
But keep it in the back of your mind, right? Because it changes how you view every single battle moving forward.
It completely recontextualizes the stakes of the entire narrative.
So we're breaking down the biggest lore reveal in the story today. We're analyzing the epic climax of the beast invasion and, uncovering the actual mechanics behind Noah's powers.
To set the stage, let's look at where we left off.
Right. Noah just single-handedly annihilated the beast horde.
Yeah, took out the terrifying insect queen, summoned a literal volcanic eruption to wipe the battlefield, and then he passes out.
Amidst all that destruction. And then he wakes up in this mysterious, isolated white room.
With that rotating hexagonal prism.
Exactly. And a voice simply says, "Hello."
Which is such a crazy way to meet the entity running things. The voice doesn't even waste time on pleasantries or long expositions about who it is.
No, it operates with terrifying efficiency.
Right. It immediately gives Noah his next target, which is the Black Dragon.
And this dragon is currently ravaging the United Federation, right? Like an entirely different part of the world.
Yeah, exactly. The voice makes it super clear that the enemy's entire invasion plan in that region rests on this one creature. If the dragon dies, the whole front crumbles.
But the voice is also incredibly cryptic. It gives Noah this ominous warning.
Oh, the real fight line.
Yes. The real fight will not be fought here. Do not become complacent. I mean, Noah just fought two creatures that defy imagination, and the voice is basically saying, well, that was just the preamble.
It's a psychological tactic, The voice is managing Noah's expectations, preparing his mind for, a cosmic scale of conflict.
But just before the vision fades and Noah is sent back, the voice delivers one final super specific command.
Be sure to save the reckless child.
Think about the timing of that. It's literally like reaching the end of an exhausting server-wide raid in a video game.
Oh, totally.
You've conceptually spent all your resources, you are completely drained, and the game just pops up a new quest marker on the opposite side of the real-world globe.
Tells you to go fight a dragon.
Yeah, and do an escort mission to save a kid while you're at it. No breaks at all.
And no fast travel either, because when Noah opens his eyes, he's floating above this smoky, decimated battlefield of the Blessed Empire, and he realizes the geographic problem.
He has to cross the globe immediately.
Right. And his previous method of flying just isn't fast enough for a transcontinental rescue mission.
But the universe, or, well, the system provides. He just picked up a golden S-rank skill book from that giant turtle he defeated.
And he absorbs it right away.
He casts his new S-rank skill for the first time. Summon Virulent Abomination.
His description of this thing is insane.
It's so gross. Picture this. A massive runic circle burns into the sky. And out of it erupts a 5-meter-tall, bloated, green humanoid monster.
With dark, leathery bat wings.
Yes, and it is literally leaking pus. It is grotesque.
Yeah.
An absolute nightmare.
But we immediately see the terrifying mechanics of an S-rank summon. I mean, it dives straight into the surviving beast horde.
Its body just contracts.
Yeah, and it unleashes a noxious gas in a 10-meter radius. But this isn't just regular poison.
Right, it's way worse.
We have to look at how it functions. The gas is this highly concentrated, corrosive mana field. It destabilizes the cellular structure of the beasts.
Every single creature caught in that radius, regardless of rank, just melts into puddles of pus.
It completely bypasses physical armor because it attacks the magical essence holding them together.
It's so devastatingly efficient. Noah just watches it tear through thousands of beasts. He's totally in awe. And here's a crucial detail. This abomination moves significantly faster than Noah's own base flight skill.
Oh yeah. He loves the destruction so much he immediately tries to cast the spell again.
He wants a second one.
Who wouldn't? But he hits a hard system limitation. The spell just fails to produce a second creature.
You can only have one active at a time, right?
Exactly. It's like hitting a RAM limit in a computer. The reality of the system can only sustain one of these massive constructs at once.
So he files that combat data away for later.
Right, he can't just build an army, which forces him to shift from overwhelming numbers to, like, strategic deployment.
Still, because this abomination is the fastest thing he's ever ridden, it solves his immediate transportation crisis.
He literally jumps onto the neck of this pus-leaking monster.
Uses his healing skills to negate the toxic effects on his own skin, and takes to the skies.
Which brings us to the journey itself. It is a grueling 12-hour flight across a ruined world.
Noah is riding this horrific beast over destroyed empires, crossing borders, just checking his stone every hour for coordinates.
It really grounds the fantasy elements in a gritty, logistical reality.
And while Noah is soaring through the clouds, the situation in the United Federation is just falling apart. We finally meet the reckless child the voice mentioned.
Kazuhiko, the Dark Sword.
The strongest hunter in the Federation. And he is currently fighting the Black Dragon, and he is losing badly.
The power disparity is just massive. Kazuhiko is incredibly skilled. I mean, he actually manages to scratch the dragon's scales.
Which is huge.
It is a testament to his raw talent.
Yeah.
But he still gets swatted into the ground by this transparent magical weapon the dragon constructs.
He's immobilized, bleeding out, and a transparent spear the size of a building is falling directly toward him.
Yeah, Kazuhiko is literally laughing in the face of death.
He is a battle junkie to his core.
Yeah.
He's completely accepted his fate.
But then Noah arrives at the very last possible microsecond. The virulent abomination intercepts and completely shatters that building-sized spear.
And simultaneously, Noah hits Kazuhiko with Guardian's Light, instantly stopping his bleeding.
The rescue is spectacular, but the contrast in their attitudes afterward is what really stands out to me.
Oh, it's so funny. Kazuhiko views this as, like, the glorious climax of an epic battle.
And Noah views it as administrative overhead.
The dialogue captures it perfectly. Noah just floats there, looks up at this terrifying humanoid dragon in the sky, and calmly asks, "Is that the Black Dragon up there?"
And Kazuhiko, who is still processing the fact that he's alive, just goes, "Yeah."
And Noah's response is just a flat, unbothered, "Okay."
He treats this apocalyptic threat like a chore on a checklist.
It's amazing. But the narrative does something fascinating right after this. We shift to the Black Dragon's point of view.
Yes, and it reveals a surprisingly tragic reality behind this monster.
He isn't just a mindless beast, right?
No, his name isn't given, but we learn he's a duke from an entirely different world.
He made a desperate deal with these unseen higher powers.
Exactly. He agreed to lead this invasion of Earth in exchange for the freedom of his persecuted people back home.
He is a leader backed into a corner, conscripted into a proxy war.
And the mechanics of his arrival are just heartbreaking. The dragon actually descended to Earth injured.
Wait, why?
Because the mysterious overseers who sent him refused to provide the magical essence required to safely traverse dimensional boundaries.
So he had to burn his own life force to make the jump.
Right, severely injuring himself in the process. And when he looks down at the humans he's slaughtering, he actually feels genuine pity.
He sees the parallel. The humans are being victimized by higher powers, just like his own people.
He truly believes he has no other choice.
So this tragic backstory dictates his battlefield tactics, doesn't it?
It does. The dragon has been holding back, fighting in a humanoid form to conserve energy because of that dimensional injury.
But witnessing the resilience of the human hunters, he decides to just go all out.
Yeah, he rationalizes that ending the war quickly with overwhelming force is the only way to reduce total casualties.
But right as he makes this tactical shift, he feels the auras of his two allies vanish simultaneously, the turtle and the insect queen.
Total panic sets in. He realizes someone over there just wiped out 2 S-rank beasts. And now that someone is here,
he transforms into his full draconic form and flies to meet the threat. Knowing all this, knowing the dragon is a victim of a higher power, it really forces you to reconsider the morality here.
It really does.
Like, should Noah, who knows what it's like to be powerless, attempt to reason with him?
It's the classic moral dilemma of the soldier versus the general. The dragon is pulling the trigger, but he isn't aiming the gun.
However, Noah's actions in the ensuing clash prove he is entirely out of the negotiating business.
The fight is pure chaos.
Noah commands the abomination to attack, and it disperses the dragon's transparent weapons with a massive blast of that noxious gas.
Then the dragon, in his full massive form, breathes this apocalyptic fire that tears the abomination's wings to shreds.
But the summon survives the heat.
Right, and here is where Noah's brilliant understanding of the system's mechanics comes into play.
The RAM limit from earlier.
Yes. Noah can only have one virulent abomination active at a time. The dragon thinks he's just severely crippled Noah's primary weapon.
But Noah simply unsummons the terribly injured abomination, bypassing any healing process, and instantly casts the spell again.
Brings forth a brand new, fully healed one.
It's an incredible exploit. It's like hot swapping a battery to bypass a recharge timer.
The dragon is completely bewildered. He forms dense mana barriers to withstand the summoned strikes.
But the abomination's corrosive gas just eats through the magical structure. The dragon has to continuously restore them back and forth, burning through his mana.
Meanwhile, Noah just floats there and casts volcanic eruption.
Not once. He forms 4 simultaneous volcanoes in the sky around the dragon.
Think about the sheer mechanical impossibility of that. To cast an S-rank environmental manipulation spell 4 times simultaneously should drain a human's life force completely.
The dragon is charred. His defenses are shattered. Half his body is melted. He looks at Noah and screams in absolute shock. What the hell are you?
And Noah doesn't even blink. He just gives this deadpan response. Now that is just insulting.
I love that line.
It's so good. And then he drops 3 more volcanoes, commanding his summon to latch onto the dragon and detonate on contact.
The raw output of energy is incomprehensible to the dragon. He is beaten. He's falling from the sky. And in his final moments, he pleads for his life. Please stop!
He explains his deal, his people, his complete lack of choice in this invasion.
He lays all his cards on the table. He even offers to switch sides to help Noah fight the future enemies pulling the strings.
In almost any other story, this is the moment the hero pauses. They listen to the tragic backstory, extend a hand of friendship, team up to fight the real bad guy.
Yeah, talk no jutsu. But Noah hears the entire plea, and he responds with just 2 words. No thanks.
Wow.
That is so incredibly cold.
The absolute finality of that response requires some serious analysis. Up until this point, Noah has been a survivor reacting to trauma.
Aye.
But in that moment, he completes a dark, pragmatic shift. He refuses to spare an active threat just because the enemy has a tragic backstory.
He prioritizes his own world's survival over universal empathy. But I have to ask, does knowing the dragon is a victim change how we view Noah's mission?
That's the heavy question.
Like, if you stop seeing your enemies as suffering people and only see them as threats to be eradicated, what does that make you? He didn't even entertain a conversation. It was a cold, calculated execution.
It is a brutal calculation, yes. But empathy is often a luxury of the safe. Noah is acting as a planetary defense mechanism.
That's a good way to put it.
You don't negotiate with a virus, even if the virus was engineered by someone else. You eradicate it to save the host. Sparing the dragon introduces a variable that could eventually threaten Earth.
Noah has decided he will carry the moral weight of murder if it guarantees the safety of his home.
Exactly. And the summon tears off both of the dragon's wings. The dragon falls, and upon his death, he drops an S-rank skill book.
Rage of the Thunder Monarch.
Noah absorbs it immediately. It's this devastating area of effect skill that drops condensed lightning in a 15-meter area.
Even more damage than volcanic eruption, just in a smaller zone.
And as the dragon dies, the text specifically notes that the world literally shakes.
The aftermath is surreal. Without the dragon's command aura, the invading forces scatter. Hunters who are fighting each other just stop. Countries begin to be freed.
And Kazuhiko approaches Noah while he heals injured hunters. He says, "Noah Osmont, right, thank you for saving my life."
And then immediately asks what Noah's secret is.
Of course he does.
Noah lies smoothly, claiming it's an inherent skill. And Kazuhiko's reaction is fantastic. His shoulders slump in disappointment for a second, then pop right back up. That's fine, I'll just surpass you.
His katana literally vibrates with excitement when he says this.
They are such opposites. And then, mere minutes after killing an apocalyptic dragon, they go eat.
Yeah, Noah discovers takoyaki and just cannot stop eating.
Kazuhiko is loud, friendly, and endlessly curious. Noah half listens and just devours food.
It's a great grounding human moment. But this quiet meal is a stark contrast to the planetary shift that just occurred. When the world shook, it wasn't a metaphor.
No, the underlying system updated. A new function appears at the bottom of Noah's panel. Skill combination.
This completely changes how Noah manages his arsenal. The rules are presented: cleanly combine compatible skills of the same rank at 100 proficiency to unlock unknown power.
He tests it immediately.
Naturally.
He tries combining rough skin and flames of torment.
Yeah.
The system flashes red. Incompatible. I mean, you can't fuse a defensive bodily enhancement with a flamethrower attack.
Makes sense.
But then he tries safeguard and rough skin. Light green. Success. It creates armored skin, a D+ rank skill that triples the defense of either original skill.
Then he scales it up to test the limits. He combines the B rank skills, Shadow Veil, and Stealth.
And produces Dark Assassin, a B+ rank skill.
Skill combination is a massive power-up that solves the problem of his skill list becoming bloated. But a system update implies there is a system administrator.
Right. The world literally shook to implement this patch. And that leads us directly back to the entity in the White Room.
Chapter 64 delivers the ultimate lore drop.
The truth behind everything. The voice in the White Room explains the truth of the apocalypse.
The system, the blue panels, the levels, the skills, the loot drops, none of it is natural magic.
It is an artificial, desperate, defensive mechanism created by the planet itself. Let's break down how this actually works because it's brilliant.
The planet was invaded. To defend itself, this entity used more than half of its total essence to construct this RPG-like power system for humans.
It actively extracts the life force and essence from the dying enemy beasts.
Yes. It refines that stolen essence to create the skill books, the items, and the stat cores that humans use to level up.
It's a closed-loop economy of war. The invaders bring their overwhelming strength to Earth, and the planetary system parasitically harvests that strength upon their death to arm the defenders.
It's like a tax on an invading army, and this perfectly explains the mechanics of how to break a dungeon, which Noah did entirely by accident earlier.
Exactly. If humans clear a dungeon rapidly enough, the inflow of essence from the invading forces just can't keep up with the system's demand.
The system drains them dry to produce loot, the connection breaks under the strain, and the dungeon is permanently destroyed.
Noah wasn't just killing monsters, he was bankrupting their magical supply chain.
Which brings us to the biggest reveal of the deep dive. The White Room entity realized that a standard defense wouldn't be enough to repel the true enemies pulling the strings.
Right.
It calculated countless possibilities and created a backdoor.
A backdoor connecting directly to the planet's core.
Precisely. It connected this backdoor to a single human with the least restrictions. An unawakened person. Someone whose body and soul hadn't yet been tethered to the standard rules of the system.
And that person is Noah. This is the aha moment. This is the answer to the very first mystery of the series.
It all clicks together.
This is why Noah's focus bar is blank. He doesn't have an internal mana pool. He is plugged directly into the mainframe.
He literally has the infinite energy of the Earth itself flowing through him. That's how he can cast 4 S-rank volcanoes simultaneously.
He is drawing from the planet. We've moved from a story about a guy surviving an apocalypse to a story about a guy acting as the literal planetary defense battery.
It redefines everything. We finally understand the mechanics of his infinite mana, the artificial origin of the dungeons, the tragedy of the Black Dragon, all of it.
But as we promised at the beginning of the show, this all comes back to that one chilling sentence the White Room entity leaves Noah with.
If you ever face destruction, the entire planet will follow.
I want you to really mull over the terrifying implication of that. We just learned that Noah is tethered directly to the planet's core for his infinite power. But a tether is a two-way street. Does that quote mean his life force is literally intertwined with the Earth? If the enemies manage to overpower and kill Noah, does the planet literally die with him?
That's the implication.
And if that's true, consider what that means for the real enemies who forced the Black Dragon to invade. When they realize who and what Noah actually is, they won't just be hunting a strong human. They will realize they are hunting the physical linchpin of the entire world. Think about that as you process this massive lore drop. We'll leave you with that massive stake-raising thought to explore on your own.